Hello everyone. Welcome. I'm really excited today to have a special guest to talk with about something that I did and something that I think is really important. A lot of people don't know about it. We have Maire, who's a licensed acupuncturist at Mala Healing Arts. She has her own practice, and I met her when I was looking for some acupuncture work for like some neck issues I have, and I read about facial acupuncture and that it can be oftentimes as effective as Botox with more of a natural result. I did 12 sessions with my Ray, and I did it. We were trying to think. Was that 2019? I think it was.
It was before the pandemic, yeah.
So I haven't done it since then. And I just feel the results are still lingering. Some articles I've read about it says the results last for up to 3 years. So I've been really happy with the results. I really want to talk about this because I think a lot of people feel that, you know, their skincare is great and there's a lot of benefits to skincare as far as texture, as far as fine lines. But when you're getting into more of the deeper, heavy set wrinkling, there is some limitations to skincare. So I really want to talk about this as an alternative to Botox. I think, it's become so commonplace in our culture and everyone just feels like, oh, just when is my time? But there is a natural alternative out there that is a much more natural look, in my opinion, as well. And you don't have that frozen face. It doesn't, from my perspective, it doesn't have the same results as Botox. Like, I didn't completely get rid of all my lines, but I don't want that. I don't want to have that frozen face or look like a puffy face. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the on facial acupuncture. But I'm going to ask my Ray a little bit about her experience with acupuncture, and also just to kind of explain what is facial acupuncture, because a lot of people I think don't know about it. So could you just start off with telling us what is facial acupuncture?
Sure. Yeah, so facial acupuncture is based on traditional Chinese medicine's use of acupuncture needles to enact positive changes in the body. So for the face, you would be using inserting thin, sterile, filiform needles into the face and the body at specific points, which encourage the stimulation of collagen and elastin, which then reduce the appearance of the fine lines and wrinkles. So in stimulating or relaxing specific muscles of the face, you can enact visible changes in the face. Facial acupuncture is also beneficial for skin because as we age, we start to lose fat, collagen, and elastin, and also blood flow, which when this is also all reduced can lead to dry, sagging skin and just a lackluster complexion. So facial acupuncture can help to nourish all these elements to counteract the aging process naturally.
Awesome. And how would you say it's different? Facial acupuncture is different than microneedling.
So both acupuncture and microneedling are creating small microtraumas in the skin that enhance blood flow to the skin to help with the collagen and elastin production. And by creating these microtraumas, it actually stimulates the immune system and wound healing mechanisms. So microneedling is mostly on a superficial level only, whereas facial acupuncture, you can treat both the superficial and the deep layers of the muscle and the fascia. Facial acupuncture, it's not just a cosmetic treatment. So whereas microneedling is targeting the superficial layers of the skin, facial acupuncture is, again, based in traditional Chinese medicine, where the face is an expression of the shen or the spirit of the person. So what's cool is that the face can also tell us what's going on internally in the body and any imbalances a person may have.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then how would you say it's different than Botox?
So Botox and neuromodulators work by, they block the certain chemical signals from the nerves, and these are the ones that cause the muscles to contract. So the injections temporarily relax the facial muscles for these certain areas, causing a reduction in the appearance of the wrinkles. So one example is the most commonly used area for Botox are to reduce the frown lines or the 11s. And so it works by relaxing the muscles above the eyebrow, which is the corrugator supercilii that cause the frown lines. And so because you can no longer frown, the lines aren't there anymore. And so what acupuncture does is, instead of stopping the nerve signals, acupuncture is just releasing the tension, or um, releasing the tension of the muscles there, so that the lines are less evident. Um, and and in that too, with the, linking the Chinese medicine, we're looking at the emotional aspects as well of why we frown, the facial features that we make. What is that linked to in terms of root imbalances in our body? So when, I see somebody, I'm also looking at what else is going on that's causing them to always be like frustrated or angry or, mad. That would cause the 11s to kind of like settle there and be more prominent. So part of the treatment is addressing the imbalance, and over time having people understand like what their root imbalance is. So for example, most people tend to kind of do that, and they're just like angry, like when they get angry, right? And they do it all throughout the day, right? So that's where it creates the lines. But bringing awareness of that pattern can help people to be more aware of when they are doing that. Um, so that's really helpful. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really interesting to think about the emotional reason that we have the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then how long is each facial acupuncture treatment, and what is the cost per session?
Yeah, so for the first time, because I do an in-depth kind of look at your health history as well, because not only is it just that we're treating the face, like we want to see, our facial health is related to our diet, our lifestyle, our environment. Um, so those are all factors that play into our appearance and our like what comes out on our face. So I do an in-depth consult where we look at your whole underlying health history to find out what your root imbalances are based in Chinese medicine diagnosis, looking at the tongue and also feeling the pulse that can tell us what's going on. So the first treatment is, I would say, about 90 minutes, where we do the in-depth consult. Then we treat with the needles. I also incorporate the Saluma LED light therapy in my treatments, which helps to boost collagen production. So needles are inserted, Saluma is put over the face for 30 minutes, and then I end the treatment with a little bit of facial gua sha or jade rollers to kind of just bring more shen or spirit to the face after the treatment. And so for the first time, it's 175, and my follow-ups are 125.
Okay, great. And how many sessions do you recommend for people to see results, or is it just on a case by case basis?
It is really individual. The results will vary depending on the age of the person, how much sun damage they have, and their health. Individuals with like a healthy diet and lifestyle and good stress management are going to respond the best. At first, results, you may notice results in like a couple weeks, but with regular consistent treatments, you'll start to notice results quicker as the collagen and elastin are starting to form under the skin and blood flow is brought to the face. So ideally, 12 treatments is really great. If you can do it, 2 times a week for 6 weeks, then you're good. You might need less than that, depending on, again, individual results. And then after that, sometimes people just need once a month maintenance. But like you said, like yours has lasted a bit. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so I did the 12 sessions and then the pandemic happened. So I didn't do much after that. But I just loved, that incumbent. And I had a girlfriend of mine too, who I recommend. She doesn't live here. I recommend, she was thinking about getting Botox. I was like, try facial acupuncture first. And she sent me a text the other day. She's like, between your products and the facial acupuncture, I am loving my skin.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So I feel the same way. I just feel like I feel like my skin looks better now than it did like 10 years ago. Between the combination of my products and your facial acupuncture, I'm really happy with it. So I really
Awesome.
appreciate you explaining it. And there's a beautiful, I think, side to it, which I didn't even know about the emotional side. And, I knew that Chinese medicine had a more of a holistic approach, but something intuitively about this just felt so much better to me than like Botox. Something about Botox feels very wrong to me. And I don't want to judge anyone who does it, but I just also want to put this out there in case people don't know that there are more natural, holistic options too.
Yeah, definitely.
And then how can people contact you?
You can find me on Instagram at Mala Healing Arts or on my website. I have all my contact info there, malahealingarts.com. And I'm located in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Awesome. And do you do any telemed or is it all in person?
In the future, I will be doing some telemed, doing some consults and things like that. But for now, it's in person. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Maire, for being here and explaining this amazing service that you do.
Thank you.